Hi, Brian. Why were they able to build such a big lead in the third quarter?
We made a couple coverage mistakes. Really, it was the last 6 minutes of the third. That game was back and forth pretty much the whole game until that point. Obviously, Green, we made a couple blown coverages on some of our pick and roll stuff, and he got hot, and then it was hard to turn him off after that.
And what did they do to generate so many free throw attempts?
They put their head down and attacked the rim. Some of that's on us. We got to play without fouling, but give them credit. They put their head down and were aggressive.
Brian, a lot of good stuff from the young guys tonight, especially your bench. I wonder who stood out or if anyone you'd like to highlight.
I thought they were all great. This is invaluable experiences for these guys, and they've worked all year to earn this. I thought they were terrific when they came in, and obviously Justin, Jared I thought really was great tonight. Kind of got us going, controlling the game. But it was all of them: Anthony Gill, Patrick Bullen Jr., Johnny, like all these guys. They've played. A lot of these guys play to the go, and then they've always stepped in ready to play, and they all contribute. I think we had 8 of the 9 guys in double figures, so there were a lot of positives tonight.
Obviously, it's a long injury report, unfortunately, but it's also there's a lot of like sprains and strains and everything on there. Are you expecting to have any of the kind of main guys back, or will you be riding, I guess, relatively soon, or will you be riding with kind of these young guys for the rest of the season?
No update right now. I'm sure a lot of the stuff will be day to day, but we will update you guys as we go.
Coach, 8 of the 9 players scored in double figures, but nobody scored more than 16. So how do you weigh the positives of balanced scoring with the negatives of no single player really going off?
I'll look at that as a positive. You want guys sharing the ball, moving the ball. The fact that we had 8 of the 9, to me, that was a positive. That means the ball was moving. We probably could have made a few more open threes, but the fact that we were sharing, guys were touching it, guys were getting off it. That's how we want to play. So to me, that was really positive tonight.
What makes Jalen Green so tough?
He can hit tough shots. He had some tough shots to start the game. And then I thought we did a little better job, and we were pretty good at the start of the third quarter. And then he hit, obviously, some tough ones. We made some mistakes, stuff we can take a look at tomorrow in film and learn from and definitely grow from. But he's a high-level scorer.
Be it in Washington or elsewhere, do you think that Jules Bernard has made the case to stick around in the NBA?
What I like about Jules is a worker. Jules is someone who loves basketball, and he's continued to get better. So I would never put a limit on any player. I wouldn't do that for any of our guys if you talked about any of them. So to me, he's a young guy who's growing, and he's in our development program. We're working with him every day, and then when he's getting opportunities, he's proved well.
What have you thought about the way that Justin has seized the opportunity so far?
Yeah, Justin has obviously he's new to our program about a month now, maybe a little less or more. But he has a good, mature game. Good physical defender, makes smart plays on the offensive end, and he's a good rebounder. He got 6 offensive rebounds tonight, but he's got a good size to him, good physicality, and he's another guy who's growing and developing. So I liked what I saw from him tonight.
Corey was obviously so good in the first quarter, didn't miss a shot. What can you do to kind of sustain that and, I guess, react to when teams adjust to him defensively?
That's a team thing, but part of guys guarding Corey allows other guys to get shots. So this is a team game. Corey draws so much attention, and we all have seen this all year, that frees up our other guys. So it's not just having Corey's presence on the court is going to lead to open shots for our bigs, for our other guys. He causes so much motion with his shooting ability, his ability to drive to the basket. So he's a big reason why our offense is good when he's in the game.
Brian, I know you guys are very kind of intensive and all hands-on in the player development aspect. I wonder when so many guys are injured, how do you shift their goals? I know it's kind of regular check-ins and everything like that. Does everybody say, okay, you have more time to try to achieve this, or we're focusing more on this in this section? How does that kind of shift everything?
These guys have stuff that they know that they're working on, that they're focused on in all areas, and it's some of that's off the court. It's some of it's in the weight room, strength, conditioning. So we're very holistic in our approach to development, but it's just more opportunity to learn and grow in the games and against high-level players. So these are great opportunities for our guys. We're discovering, and it gives us more and more moments to teach and learn when we come to practice the next day. So these are moments that are invaluable for all those guys.
I wonder how you're kind of approaching this challenge. I know we've asked you before, but it is a tough one being called on like this at the end of the year, and all of a sudden you're playing heavy minutes and everything. What's your kind of mindset going into it?
it's what I signed up for. I mean, I'm a guy who loves to compete at the highest level, and that's always been my dream as a kid, is just to be great at competing and against the best players in the world. So to have that opportunity, I just want to seize the moment. And competition really drives me. So no matter if I'm tired or not, once I get in the game, I'm on go. So.
What's your kind of priority in terms of keeping your body ready and making sure at the end of the year you're still fresh, you're on your KYP and all that stuff?
Staying diligent and consistent with the work that we do off the court. We have a great medical staff, and I've been working with them all throughout the year, just making sure any little nagging injuries are taken care of, and then even when I'm feeling good, just making sure that we want to stay that way, keep getting treatment every day. So, I think the biggest thing about basketball is being available, and that's a goal of mine each season. So, taking care of my body is extremely important.
You guys played them super tight until right at the end of the third quarter. What kind of shifted momentum?
We had some defensive lapses. Jalen Green got hot, hit some threes, and once he got going, and then we try to blitz him on some of the plays and get the ball out of his hands, and some of his teammates hit some threes. So we had a tough little defensive stretch for about 5 minutes, and that's really the game. Is a game of margins, and they took advantage and knocked down shots.
Hey, Jules.
How's it going?
I know you said it's what you signed up for. What's the hardest part about going from the Go to the Wizards, vice versa, and dealing with all these injuries and your minutes fluctuating, starter to bench, and et cetera?
I don't know. It's tough because, I love this game, man. I love to play basketball. And if my body allowed it, I'll play forever. So, it's a tough question to ask, because I go into each situation always eager to play, and I want to compete. That's my big thing, and show what I can do. So whether it's with the Go-Go or with the Wizards, I'm always eager for an opportunity to compete against great players and show that I'm one of the better players on the floor. So sometimes it's tough, just learning the differences between the personnel, knowing how to play with the players on the Go-Go and with the Wizards. But, I think over time I've, been acclimated to each group separately, and I kind of started to figure out tendencies, how people play, what they like to do on the court. So it's been an adjustment, but, I feel like I've developed a little bit of understanding.
On that subject of personnel, would you say that it's helped that you've developed chemistry with these guys on the Go-Go and now you're sharing the court on the Wizards because of all the injuries, like that time you spent together in Capital City? Has that helped your transition?
For sure. The Go-Go, I was with them last year, half of last year, and then this year as well. And just the whole organization from top to bottom has helped develop me a lot, through medical staff, through coaching, through the off-the-court stuff. People are always there for you. And, I appreciate the Go-Go a lot, because, they allow me to explore and really show my talents. So I think, and the thing about it is they have a lot, the Go-Go also have a lot of great players. So learning how to play with other guys who can go as well is help translate a little bit to the Wizards, because obviously we have a lot of talented players. So
right at the end of the game, you saw Boban Marjanovic in the lane, and you drove in. You kind of hit a floater over it. Was that the highest you've ever had to go for a floater before?
Not gonna lie, there's a photo of me in college. There, we played Washington. There was a guy. He might have been like 7'5" or something. I tried to shoot a floater. It was the highest shot. It was over the backboard and everything. I almost made it, but I think that was. But it was definitely a tall feat to get that over him. Yeah.
What was your tightest turnaround between the Go-Go game and the Wizards game this year?
Oh.
I know you have a lot of them.
Yeah, I think Well, the first time I ever, it was actually, I think it was like a week ago, not too many days ago. I had to play, I think it was like it might have been a 10 a.m. game or 11 a.m. game with the Go-Go, and then played later with the Wizards that night. But, yeah. Man, you got to get your rest the night before. But, yeah, I think that was the first time I've ever done anything like that, and it's definitely pretty interesting for sure. Yeah, for sure.
First of all, just what do you think made the difference for them tonight?
There was like a 6-minute stretch in the second half where we kind of lapsed. Jalen Green got going again. We kind of had him bottle up a little bit in the first half and kind of let him get going again. Bunch of threes. Didn't rebound well. All the things that kind of bit us a little bit in the first half that we fixed came back again in the second half. And that was really it. I mean, it was that 6-minute stretch in the third quarter that really got us, and we weren't able to recover.
What has it been about the third quarter this year for you guys?
I don't know. It's a good question. There's a lot of things you can kind of point to. But ultimately, it has nothing to do with the coaches or schemes we run. It's on us as players to get out and get warmed up and get ready to go again. We can't afford to ease our way into any half, first or second.
Obviously, tough news for Bilal to have his rookie year cut short. How would you sum up the season that he had?
He's gotten so much better. I was really impressed with him to start when I first met him. And over again, he's impressed me with his poise, his comfort level, his maturity, both on the floor and off. He's a really good player, and he's going to be a really, really good player too. And I hope he understands how good of a rookie year he had and the kind of things he has to look forward to.
What's it like transitioning out of that rookie year into your first offseason, being like, okay, this is what I am. It's first year in the NBA,
yeah.
and go from there.
Yeah, you got to really take charge of who you want to be as a player. You're not a rookie anymore. Things are familiar. You know what you need to work on. And it's the summertime where you can make the big jumps. And I know he's going to play for his national team in the Olympics. That's going to be huge for his development and growth. And I'm really excited to see what he can put together and the kind of year he can have in his second year.
They just caught a rhythm. They caught a rhythm early. They were making some tough shots. You got to find ways to be better on defense and kind of cut their water off early.
Obviously, a tough way for Bilal's rookie season to end, but how would you sum up the year that he's had?
Fantastic, personally. Made the Rising Stars Challenge. Being able to go to All-Star Week in your first year is huge. And he was able to get a lot of playing time, a lot of experience, which is huge, especially as a rookie. Now he's able to work on his body for a little bit. We get to work on his left hand. Obviously, we don't want to see him go down. He's in good hands with the training staff, but he had a really good season, and I'm excited for his future.
What is that transition like going into your first NBA offseason, understanding okay, I got 1 year, and then you know what to improve on as he's about to go through that?
I guess it all depends on the time. My offseason initially was COVID, so I had 6 months off, and now he's about to go into an offseason where he's going to prepare for the Olympics. So everybody's situation is a little bit different. He gets some time off, get to get his body right, get to recover. He gets to work on the things that he feels like he needs to improve over the course of the off season, which will be huge for him, being able to kind of reevaluate, take his time, and then come back even stronger next year.